Now the next topic is oogenesis. Oogenesis is formation of egg in the ovary. Before going to the process of oogenesis, let us discuss the TS of ovary, the structure of ovary. This is the TS, that is the transverse section of mammalian ovary, and the ovaries, they are the solid organs which consist of a matrix called stroma. The space bounded by the membrane is called stroma. It is lined by a layer of cuboidal epithelial cells, and this layer of cuboidal epithelial cells is known as germinal epithelium. And this germinal epithelium, it is followed by a layer of flat cells and another outer layer, and this layer is called visceral peritoneum. So ovary is surrounded by two layers, a layer of a layer of cuboidal epithelial cells, germinal epithelium, and a layer of flat cells, which is the visceral peritoneum, and the space enclosed by these layers is called stroma. This stroma is further divided into, it further consists of, actually there is no division, but it further consists of an outer region, that is ovarian cortex, and the inner region, that is ovarian medulla. It is, outer region is ovarian cortex and this inner region is ovarian medulla. In the cortex region, we can see the cells of these germinal epithelium. They divide mitotically and they form a group of cells which is called egg tube. The cells of the egg tube, they get separated from the germinal epithelium and they form a cluster of cells, that is egg nest. And these cells, they continue to grow inside the stroma as the primary follicles. Then they become the primary follicles. Now in the medulla region, there are seen various follicles. These group of cells, this is called a Graafian follicle or ovarian follicle. Various growing ovarian follicles, they are seen in the medulla region of the ovary. The ovarian or Graafian follicles, they can be seen at various stages of development. Each ovarian follicle, it consists of a central egg. This is the egg cell, which is surrounded by many layers of Graafian cells. This is the egg and it is surrounded by many cells. This is egg and there are present various cells which are called the Graafian cells or the follicular cells. These follicular cells, they secrete the female sex hormone, that is estrogen, which is required for the development, growth and proper functioning of ovary, plus they help in maintaining secondary sexual characters, plus they maintain the reproductive cycles in females. So this is maturing Graafian follicle. This is the most mature Graafian follicle. This which consists of an ovum. It consists of the follicular cells, and these follicular cells, they secrete a female sex hormone, that is estrogen, and there is a cavity in the mature Graafian follicle, and this cavity is known as antrum. So the mature Graafian follicle, in the ovarian medulla, it consists of ovum, follicular or Graafian cells and a cavity called antrum. ठीक है? तो the egg is released from the most mature ovum on the 12th to 16th day of the menstrual cycle, and release of egg from the ovary. This process is called ovulation. ठीक है? नाउ अब इसमें से अगर एग निकल जाएगा तो व्हाट इज लेफ्ट? द फॉलिक्यूलर सेल्स एंड द कैविटी इज लेफ्ट, एंड दिस रिग्रेसिंग ग्राफियन फॉलिकल, it becomes this becomes the corpus luteum. And corpus luteum, it is a yellow colored body because of the presence of a yellow colored pigment lutein. And this corpus luteum, it secretes two hormones: progesterone, which is required for maintenance of pregnancy, and relaxin. This relaxin is released at the time of childbirth. This is released at the time of childbirth, and then this corpus luteum, it may regress into a white colored body. It can further degenerate into a white colored body called corpus albicans. ठीक है? This is corpus albicans. So this is the TS of ovary. And we can see, let us see फटाफट क्या है कि it consists of stroma, that is the space bounded by the membrane, germinal epithelium and visceral peritoneum. The cells of germinal epithelium, they divide mitotically to form egg tube. Egg tube separates from the germinal epithelium to form a egg nest, and egg nest grow into the primary follicles. And these are the various growing follicles. And the mature Graafian follicle, it consists of a large egg cell or ovum, which is surrounded by various follicular cells, and there is a cavity called antrum. The cells of the Graafian follicle, they secrete female sex hormone, that is estrogen. When egg is released from the most mature ovum, the process is called ovulation, and it becomes a yellow colored body, corpus luteum, because it is yellow because of the yellow pigment lutein. And corpus luteum secretes two hormones, progesterone and relaxin. Progesterone is required for maintenance of pregnancy, and relaxin is released at the time of childbirth. And in addition to these, there are present various blood vessels. These are the blood vessels which can be seen in the ovary, and there is the connective tissue present.